Here's the final video for the quiz review. This deals with just transformations. So remember, we have transformations from the parent function. We're just going to describe them. We're not going to graph them. The parent function is y is equal to x squared. That is the function that is centered at the origin with a vertex on the origin. It's of normal width, no stretches, no compressions. So what happens with number one? When we look at this equation, the first thing that you should recognize is that you have this negative sign out front. That negative sign reflects this graph across the x-axis. So the first thing is reflect. It's reflected across the x-axis. The next thing you should notice is that you have a plus 6. Remember, vertex form says that would be minus h. So we know that this is then a minus 6. A minus 6 means that this will shift left 6 units. And then finally, we have minus 4, which means this will be shifted down 4 units. So this shifts down 4 units. Okay, looking at number 2, this time I have a scalar multiplier on the front. That's going to give me a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Then I'm going to have the minus 1, which means I have a shift 1 unit to the right. Remember, the horizontal shifts left and right are opposite. Vertical shifts seem to make sense because when it's plus, it's going up, and when it's minus, it's going down. Then the last thing, with the plus 2, I have a shift up 2 units. Okay, looking at number 3, we have a vertical compression. By a factor of 1/2. It's negative, so I have a reflection across the x-axis. The 5 tells me it's shifted 5 units to the right. And the minus 2 tells me it's shifted down 2 units. Okay. Moving on to number 4, again on the front. This 1/3 tells me I have a vertical compression. By a factor of 1/3. The plus 4 tells me that it is shifted left 4 units. So it shifts 4 units left. The plus 2 tells me it shifts 2 units up. Okay, looking at number 5, I have a 4. Remember, if A is greater than 1, it's a stretch. If it's between, 0 and 1, it's a compression. So this tells me I have a vertical stretch. By a factor of 4. Plus 2 tells me that it shifts 2 units left. And the minus 7 tells me it shifts 7 units down. Number 6, I have a negative 3. That tells me, 1, I have a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. It's negative, so that tells me it reflects about the x-axis. The negative 2 tells me it shifts 2 units to the right. And then the plus 1 tells me it shifts 1 unit up. Okay, so transformations, you're looking at the parent function y equals x squared, and you're looking, at the function you're given, and you're describing in words where the new function is. Okay, last 3. That is using your understanding of parabolas, write an equation in vertex form for each of the graphs provided. So when you look at this, you're given a graph. You're asked to write it in, again, vertex form. Vertex form is y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So take a look at that vertex. It is at minus 3, 4. And then look at the graph and find another ordered pair that intersects at a point so you can clearly see that that's an ordered pair on the curve. Here, we could use negative 5, 0, or we could use 0, negative 5. Either of those are points on the curve. So looking at y is equal to a x minus h squared plus k, the vertex is hk, and then pick either of these 2 points as the other point xy. Substitute all of those values in, so y is minus 5. A you don't have, that's what you're looking for. X is 0. H is negative 3, that's going to make it plus 3 squared, and k is 4. So I have minus 5 is equal to 9a plus 4. Subtract the 4 from both sides. You're going to get, let me extend the page here a minute. You're going to get negative 9 is equal to 9a, so a is equal to negative 1. Now you have your value of a. You also have the vertex at negative 3, 4, so you can write your equation. Y is equal to negative x plus 3 squared plus 4. Okay, let's take a look at the next. Number 8, I have a vertex at 3, negative 2. I have a second ordered pair that looks to be at 5, 0. That one, I think I'll use that one. That looks like it's probably the best one to use. Maybe that's, yeah, 5, 0 is right there. Oh, I have this one at 1, 0 I could use as well. So we're going to substitute in both the ordered pair and the vertex. So the ordered pair I'll use is this one at 1, 0. So 0 is equal to a times x minus 3 squared minus 2. Oh, look, I forgot. I'm going to put in my x value there, which is a 1, from the ordered pair I'm using. So I'll substitute in my 1, add the 2. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. That gives me 4a. So a is equal to 2/4 or 1/2. I have now my value of a and my vertex. I can write vertex form of the equation, which is going to be y is equal to 1/2 x minus 3 squared minus 2. One more, number 9. I have the vertex at 2, 1. I have an ordered pair at 0, 5. I'm going to do it in 2 steps this time, for those of you who are still thinking about this. I have vertex form, y is equal to a, x minus h squared plus k. Substitute in your vertex, y is equal to a times x minus 2 squared plus 1. Then substitute in your ordered pair. 5 is equal to a times 0 minus 2 squared plus 1. Subtract the 1 from both sides, so you're going to get 4 is equal to negative 2 squared is 4, 4a, so you know that a is equal to 1. Then go ahead and write vertex form of the equation, y is equal to x minus 2 squared plus 1. And that completes the 4th video for the review for this quiz. I will see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend.